Skip it real. That was a crap performance. That was an absolutely garbage performance. But a win is a win. A win is a win. And I know how I roll, man. It's about winners and losers. And the win is a win. But you've got to keep it real. First rule thing is Werner is playing like bad. It's playing like crap. And it's the worst thing about it is that not only is he playing bad, his morale is low. Once you look at the guy's body language, their head is drooped down, they're dragging their shoulders, they're dragging their feet. It's now going to be very difficult for them to come out of that rut. So for a Lampard, you have to do something. Either you've got to make it work, or you've got to sub him. And it's so obvious. Him being played wide left ain't going to work. Play him higher up the pitch, play him either next to a striker, change the formation, and get him up that left flank. Because if only Chelsea had a guy in the left flank who could say, what's up? Oh yes, Pulisic, who was one of the best players in Europe on the left flank after the restart last season. So what's for Lampard? What is in your brain that will tell you, and you're looking at the performances being played right now and see how much this guy is struggling to control the ball, to dribble a man, to beat a man, to make a pass, to run with the ball. But you think that's fine and Pulisic should just do whatever he does on that right. Stuff is freaking stupid. It's Chelsea won this game because they have better players. They didn't win this game through tactics. They didn't win this game through what Lampard did. They didn't win this game through management or so forth. They won this game because they got better players. West Ham dominated most of the game, but they just don't have good players. West Ham just do not have any quality players who could take those chances or provide a good intelligence pass or be able to beat a few players to create a better opening. But they played well. They just didn't have the players. So Moyes did his work. Moyes did his work because he gave them the foundation to say what's up. The players just were not there. But just by virtue of just Chelsea's quality, they got the goals. Thiago Silva, superb header, great movement. What's it called? Tammy Abraham, great reactions to that was a shot. That was not a pass. That was a shot by Werner. Great reactions. He got that at the same time. Again, good reactions with the ball from Mount. Politically messed up the header. Tammy Abraham right place, right time. But if you look at the entirety of it, the performance was garbage. I don't know what Chelsea are playing. I knew what Conte was about. I knew what Sarri was about. I knew what Ancelotti was about, what Hiddink was about, what Mourinho was about. Lampard, can someone tell me what is the character of this team? Because for me, I told you, I don't speak to hardcore Chelsea fans who are brainless and all you know how to do is just shake your pom-poms. I speak to Chelsea fans who are also football fans. I can look at this objectively and be like, okay, this is a win. But Chelsea, under Abramovich, is about winning trophies. It's not about having a process. It's about, okay, how is this team going to win the Premier League trophy? How is this team going to win the Champions League? That every single season, based on the money that Abramovich pumps into this team, you're either here to win the Premier League or the Champions League. There's no building onto anything. Because every manager that is coming to Chelsea, they know that I am tasked with winning the Premier League or winning the Champions League. And each season I don't win any of those trophies, it goes against me. Or at least win a trophy, whether it's a Europa League or an FA Cup. The very minimum, win a free-playing trophy, but you should really be winning the Premier League or the Champions League. That's a fact. I'm not signing up for a Chelsea that says, no, wait let this team grow for 5, 6, 7 years. We're going to bring in Declan Rice. No. What's that nonsense? That is complete and utter nonsense. So, because I'm looking at this, first of all, why is Kovacic not the regular start? Kovacic is the best pure central midfielder in the team. You already know Kante has to start. What does Mount provide? Because this is the issue that people don't understand. This is the issue here. If Mount is Chelsea's best player, that's a problem. Because if Mount is Chelsea's best player, Mount ain't leading Chelsea to any trophy. It's not happening. If Mount is Chelsea's best player, Chelsea are not sniffing a Premier League or a UCL. It's not happening. So, because you don't know that the formation is 4-2-3-1. Kovacic and Kante as the two. And the three being whether you want to put Pulisic, Werner there, also for Pulisic has to be left. Put whoever you want to the right, either Werner or what's this guy's name? Or Ziyech. And then in the middle, it's Havertz. It's entire Havertz. A guy who's been poofed up and everything. Havertz, his strongest position is number 10. You put him in there. That is the formation. But because Mount has to play and doesn't have the skill set to play the number 10 position, stop with your boy 4-3-3. But then again, it was a win. Dub, happy for Tammy Abraham. And again, it's a crazy dilemma. Do you stick with Tammy Abraham now? Or do you go with a Giroud? Because who did score in the last game? Lampard, in order to have team chemistry, you have to have a certain 11 and a lineup. Even despite injuries, there should still be a particular synergy in the team that, this is the midfield. This is what this midfield is. This is the striker. This is what the striker is, because once you have a set team, that is how people can now grow familiar. But if you keep changing things out and pull people out of different positions and put people in different positions, as you can see, this team doesn't have any freaking chemistry. I don't know what this team's about. Because it's like, oh, this guy's playing, this guy's not playing, this guy's not playing. It's not only because of injuries. It's only because of injuries. These are enforced changes that don't need to be enforced. I want the Premier League or the UCL. And if you're saying that Mason Mount is the main guy in this team and he can never be subbed, and Mason Mount is going to lead Chelsea to the Premier League or the UCL, like the vid, subscribe.